Hello again, or for the first time. It's your first stop at the Re-Evolutionz network. To the D, Chuck to the D. And I'll speak about something today that been on my mind a little bit. And I'm just enjoying my meds. Thank you. It's something on my mind as of lately, and I just wanted to be clear on things. In case, anybody had questions or, so there's no confusion. And it's like, well, Chuck, whatever do you mean? Well, I was talking to someone not too long ago, and I already remember what the conversation was about. And we're coming to you from the bullet, by the way. Coming to you from the bullet. And I said something to the effect of, when I grew up on the streets, and it was like record stop, sounds, it's like, whoa. Back up there, player. You were raised in a upper middle class suburbia. Both parents, different tax bracket altogether. You can't say you from the streets, cuz. And I couldn't argue with that. Because in that sense, that person was right. However, when I refer to the streets, anyone who would say they are as well, they may or may not agree with me, but I don't know. The streets is one of those terms that have several meanings. Yes, it could be a physical, literal place. When I think of the term streets, I think of the abandoned cars and cinder blocks, abandoned buildings, street lights flickering, newspaper, just trash just going down the street. The barrel, gotta have the barrel of fire. People get warm. Like trap house, maybe even like little pretty ladies dancing on the porch in front of a nice red light. Yeah, it could be a literal place like that, and you wouldn't be wrong if you thought similar things like that. So in one sense, yes, it is literally a place. Now, school, that's in the streets. The mall, that's the streets. McDonald's, it's the streets. Your public library, streets. Texaco, it goes down at the Texaco. Okay. Bowling alley, meet me at the club. It's going down. Meet me. Streets. Club is in the streets. So in a way, for definition A, you are not wrong. However, and I often refer to one of my favorite movies, top 10, top 20, I don't know. Carlito's Way kind of sums it up best. The streets is that you can't learn about it in a school book, and you can't have a late start. You can't read about it in a textbook and learn about it. And you can't have a late start. Other than that, the only rule of the streets really is numero uno. whether you're in a gang or whether you're a lone wolf or whether you get in a network. To some degree, there's a loyalty, but your loyalty is only based on business. And once that business is dissolved and there's no use for you, well, then you might get gobbled up by the street. And you wouldn't be wrong to think that. However, there's a second part to those streets, which, even though I did grow up in that on certain socioeconomic levels, I was able to transcend. But see, I think that's where the real power is. If you can stay in the hood, yes, transcend country club level. That's where we should all be striving to attain. Is to and fro, sort of like the devil in the Book of Job. He's just to and fro heaven, just come and go as he pleases. See, you want to be able to come and go. You don't want you get singled out and settled into one category. That limits your contacts and what you can do overall. So you want to be able to transcend. But moving on to that second part, what I was saying is the streets as far as what I was trying to say in that conversation is that the streets are a frame of mind, hood mentality, hood educated, ghetto gospel, the code, the street code, G code. It's a state of mind. Now, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, they gotta have some streets in them. They gotta have some gangster in them. You got to be at that level. They're the big kingpin, the big dick kingpin drug dealer on their block in their respective industries. And that's what they do. You know, they do financial drive-bys and hits on Wall Street on these most gangsters. And yeah, my parents, they were able to get me in certain places. But I brought that hood mentality before. I mean, early 90s. I mean, talking about early 90s. Late 80s, early 90s, all throughout 2000s. Wherever we went, the hood mentality. And see, think about my background. We're Filipino, so that's already a hood mentality out of the Asians right there. We're like the dirtiest of the Asians. The scroungiest of the scavengers. So you already know that these motherfuckers, they eat eyeballs out of fish. I mean, that tell you right there that just being Filipino is you hood already. You Filipino hood, you Asian hood. So even though we had badass $500,000 house, boy, you look inside, we got like mismatched drapes and mismatched bed sheets. I mean, come on. I mean, you watch Joe Coy. He had a lot of funny ass stuff. I think my funniest was using the Cool Whip thing or the Betty Crocker thing as freaking as a Tupperware. Now I didn't have to bring my shit to school like he did. Nah, but damn, that was bad. When you got to use those empty containers as fucking Tupperware, like your little Cool Whip bins and shit, man. It's like, damn, who does that? Dirty ass fucking Filipino, man. They eat the freaking head on the fish, bro. I don't like fish all that much, but damn. So we had to have a hood mentality. Yeah, we had the house paid for it, all that paid for it, but you want some extra stuff, you gotta hustle up. I don't care rich or what, you ain't never got enough. You ain't never got, and to quote another movie, Train Spotting, anybody ever seen that? Is no matter how much you stash, no matter what, it's never enough. You always gotta wake up and do it again. And that's the street mentality, man. Hood mentality is, you don't necessarily want to get over on the wrong people. I mean, you still want to network a little bit, but you got somebody that's on the outs, then you got to snip it in the bud. Hit it where it hurts. You get them where it hurts, and they still want to come back, then you can get them for part 2. It's just based on what I've seen. I mean, but you know, it's hood. I mean, it's the streets. And I've been in gated communities, $500,000 states, and it's the mentality, man. Bring that street mentality. It's the American dream. I mean, basically, it's just a misnomer. calling one thing something else. And that's what I mean. The street mentality is kind of evolved that from American dream to whatever this is you want to call it. Because I think that dream, man, we done woke up. Cause you feel? Them boys done woke up. And the sleeping giant ain't no American dream. So let me try to see if I beat this nail over the head enough. But yeah. And sometimes your business may take you out to little streets. But the way as I raise my kids is, the minute you go out that door every day, you're at risk. Same thing with the streets, man. You could be doing all right, everything all right, and bam. You're here one day, gone the next, man. That's the rules for everybody. That's the rules we live by in the street. I mean, and even on the universities, it's hood and there's street mentalities there, because we all trying to get to where we think we need to be, and if that means getting over on somebody, better than me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the mentality, and that's when I say streets. When I'm from the streets, I'm from the street mentality, but I also was literally around those abandoned cars and going around unsavory places. And thankfully, I'm still here able to do that. You know, I was able to navigate both sides of the law, and you know, I was able to make it to be on both sides of the desk and see it from both viewpoints and have influence on both sides. And it's not the perfect system that we live in, but it's our system. It's better than getting your hand cut off, doing whatever this and that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sidetracked, successfully sidetracked. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, so in the future, you hear me saying that? I mean, I ain't trying to say that I'm this big, tough, mean street gangster or whatever. No, it's a mentality of having to do what you had to do to maybe survive, but to survive in a way that you've grown accustomed, you've grown comfortable, independent. I won't say dependent, but accustomed. And you gotta twist the corners, man. You gotta bend something sometimes, and that's that street mentality, man. You're trying to connect the dots, man. You're trying to anticipate issues and have the answers already in place for if it does pop off. So you got to be able to be ready for almost anything. Anything can and will and does happen in the streets. So you gotta be ready. And that's such as life. I mean, whether you on Wall Street or down Hard Avenue, I mean, it's all gonna be the same mentality. We all want to get where we need to be. And so that being said, I mean, I did a lot of things that I ain't proud of. I broke a lot of laws, like all of us, that I'm not proud of. But we live to tell the tale and move on from it, man. Hopefully we can help some people out. So that's what this is all about. It's hopefully help one person, because you know, I know I could have saved myself some time and resources if I had a show like this, man. You know, I could listen to me here and I'd be like, man, that's real. But anyway, I just want to get that off my chest for a little bit, man. For all the people, man, that always say, oh, you hood, you this, you that, whatever. I ain't trying to hear y'all anyway. But y'all need to come check out the script before you come and try to, like, you know, make some noise. Like, because you're gonna be trying to dog me on something that we already talked about. So, man, you need to give it a program, literally. So, man, you know, because you're gonna make yourself look foolish. You're trying to count on me on something we already spoke about, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, and you can like it if you want to. I know what to do. Shit, we're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. Regardless if it's just me watching these things, man. Just me talking to the phone. But all right, deuces, y'all. See you on the flip.